what also stresses on what Alianza is, a community within a community.
Just so you all know, we have 7 more minutes. So, who has questions? Okay. I believe it's on Nestor and then Vanessa.
What are among your accomplishments as board members within PASS?
I think my biggest accomplishment is just reaffiliating PASS with Mirage Undergraduate Student Association. Beforehand, I didn't even know that we were not affiliated with them, but I did, just after communicating with them, and I was able to reaffiliate PASS into Mirage Undergraduate Student Council. And now because of that, I've been receiving news on many conferences and internship opportunities, and I plan to maintain connections with them. And not just that, but also because of that, find it very important to also extend PASS to other business and professional organizations on campus.
I feel like my biggest accomplishment as marketing publicity director this year is like being able to form a connection with a shirt printing company. He's someone that I've been working with since the beginning of the year, and I've been able to create all the apparel for PASS as well as Alianza. I feel like that's my biggest contribution and accomplishment.
So right now, PASS currently doesn't have a CDVP, and an external vice president. In the case that next year those positions remain vacant, what will you do as president in order to accommodate for that?
First, it's important to have a discussion about it as an entire board, so we know what sort of responsibilities we have, and there aren't any sort of miscommunications. And after that, it's just more about delegating the responsibilities around other board positions, because we ourselves are just stressed with our own board responsibilities. But it's also important that, like, if we're lacking on one thing, we have to help out the other. And if we're lacking in CDVP and EVP, then we're gonna have to work together and just bring up and maintain the responsibilities of those vacant positions as through delegating their responsibilities on board.
I agree with Daniel. I believe that should those 2 spots be vacant next year, the best way to deal with that is to delegate the responsibilities amongst our board, to see to be able to talk about what each board member can provide or bring to the table to help accomplish what needs to be done.
In the case that you do not receive this position, what are your involvements or plans after?
My plan after, if I were not to get this position, is to be an EVP of PASS, because I feel like that's what I've pretty much been doing this year. It's just externalizing and going out to other Alianza organizations, and just trying to bring PASS out to the Alianza community is is all I can summarize what I've been doing this year.
Should I not receive this position, I plan to become a general member, because there's no other position on board that I feel like I have something to offer to. I feel like marketing and publicity was really my main focus, and presidency is something that I wanted because I feel like I can make a change. But I would become a very active general member, and every now and then keep my communication with board open so that I can give them the perspective of what it's like to be a general member and help them make the club better.
So one of the responsibilities that you'll have as president is making basically the tough decisions. And sometimes these tough decisions don't always make everyone happy. And so I just want to know, what kind of experiences do you have that shows you are prepared to make these decisions and bear the responsibility of them?
Like I said, I just want to make sure.
Just like what kind of experiences have you had that shows you're prepared to make, you know, tough decisions when maybe decisions aren't being made?
I feel like I don't know if I can really like answer your question the way you wanted to, but I guess my experience would be like sometimes if people are unable to help out when it comes to work party, when it comes to like designing the booth, it requires that I take the extra hours to work on it myself when no one else can come, and putting in the extra work behind like after hours just to make sure that everything stays on track and that we get things done.
For me, it's very similar to Sun's answer. It's giving more of myself. If no, I shouldn't say that. But when it comes to tough decisions, I myself haven't really experienced like the tough decision making. But if I were to handle such a situation, I simply just act it out with confidence, because if I show like my decision is not if I lack confidence in my own decision, then who else is going to have confidence in it? So, yeah. But, yeah.
We have time for one more question. I saw Alvin first.
So assuming there is a prospective person who wants to join PASS or any alliance board, how would you help foster, like how would you help them feel welcome into Alliance itself? What do you think that like Alliance as a whole stands?
Wait, can you say that?
We'll cut off everything else.
Oh.
What do you think Alliance stands for?
Alianza in Tagalog means alliance, and an alliance is more for Alianza at UCI. We are Alianza is composed of PASS, PUSO, CABA, and Fusion. And in order to make an Alianza member feel welcome in Alianza is to show that, oh, there's like PUSO members in a PASS meeting, or Fusion members at a PUSO meeting, and PASS members at a CABA meeting, and you know, it's just like this like network of people just flowing through each other organization, and it just kind of stresses that each club cares for one another, and but it's not just simply just that, but it's also important to also see that if there's a person alone in a general meeting, you approach that person as a board member and just try to make them feel welcome and not feel alone during a general meeting, and just keep on conversing. And if you see another person alone, yeah, just try and like speak to them and get them to feel welcome, and get them to feel welcome in Alianza. That's pretty much all I have to say.
For me, I think Alianza, what it stands, it's a slogan, or it's a phrase that we put on Alianza shirts this year, and it says "Isang Familia." That means one family, and it represents how each four organizations may have their own like focuses and strengths or area of strengths, but how, like even then, so like no matter what our differences are, we are still like one collective group, and we all work together to support one another.
So that concludes our Q&A.